Hello. So I was rattling on with no sound. I have a problem with my oh. Can you hear me now? Okay. I might have to. Okay, good. Sitting here waiting. I thought I was gonna have to start over. So hey, so I was just chatting to myself, I guess. I'm so sorry. Yes, the camera or the unless I have this camera up in the corner on, that seems to have my sound. So usually it's the other way around, but I don't know what happened today. So anyway, hello, everybody. Margaret, Ann, Kim, Denise, Kathy. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for joining me today. So, what I was saying was I have decided to do a couple of cards using the So Refreshing stamp set today. I don't have the bundles, or I don't have the bundle. I don't have the dies. Straightening my camera, I banged it. They should be in. It says the order should be in on Friday. So anyway, I went ahead and designed a couple of cards, pulling in some different bundles, and so hopefully that'll work. So if you don't have the dies like me, and you have the other things, then you can put together these cards. So I will go ahead and just switch my camera down and show you. So the first card, let me see. So straighten my camera. I know you guys can hear me. Push this out of the way. See all of my junk. Oh. All right, there we go. So I am going to use, so the first stamp or first card I'm going to do, I'm going to use the So Refreshing with the Sweet Citrus. So this is the card that I put together. I just finished it. So running around like a chicken with my head cut off here. And so what I've done in place of the tablecloth is I've pulled in the die from, now this one I don't have, what was it? The Share a Milkshake. So I've gone ahead and of course I've cut out a lot of the things. And what I did was when I cut it out, see, I've cut it out. I haven't punched out all of the centers. And I went ahead and I put the adhesive on the back, and hopefully it sticks. So I'm gonna use it and stick it on like that. So anyway, let me go ahead and show you. Thank you, Denise. Thanks, Kim. Oh, Kathy, thank you. So, but I thought, like these two bundles go together quite well. You've got you can make lemons and put your lemonade on the side, and we'll go from there. So let me just pull in the stuff that I have ready. So I have my card base. So I've cut it so that it will open like this. So 8.5 by 11, I cut at 4 1/4 and scored at 5.5. And I found I was looking for some yellow, And the designer series paper, the Hello Irresistible designer series paper has some yellow in it. So that's because we are doing some lemonade. And that's 5 1/4 by 4. And we're just going to adhere that. So I didn't want to do a lot of die cutting, and there's a lot of that and embossing and stuff in here. So I wanted to speed things up just a little bit if we're going to get through 2 cards. So we're going to put that on. I have, like I said, I don't have the dies, but I went ahead and stamped. And I stamped the picture and a couple of glasses, and I used, just to make it look like glass, I used smoky slate. And so you have the lighter, almost, I don't know, I guess a glass color. So I'm going to bring in some paper because I have a tendency to make a mess of my desk. And I'm going to just stamp some color to this. So I'm going to bring in my yellow. And of course, you can choose if you want the bright new lemon lolly or the, what is it? Not so saffron. That's, what do we have left? Daffodil Delight. So you can use that if you like. And I am going to bring in a stamp. So, of course, they have the picture, the outline, and then it's 2-step stamping, and then you can stamp with that on the inside. So I've done the, like I said, the basic gray, and I'm just going to take my yellow. I picked up something. Let's get that off there. And bring that closer so I can see. And you can, the nice thing about the photopolymer stamps is you can see. So there we have our lemonade. And I want to put some in my cups. And they have that as well. So we'll just do those. So of course the dies do have the, there are the dies to cut these out. No worries. You don't have to fussy cut. I am borrowing some dies today to put together a couple of cards for Thursday. And my friend Sharon is kind enough to lend them to me for a couple of days. And okay, so the other things that I want to do, we've got those done, so we'll just put those aside. Oh, another bundle. Yes, you need the so citrus. Okay, let's just bring in some. I'm going to show you just a scrap piece of basic white. We're going to need that. We're going to need, so this is where we bring in the So Citrus bundle. And I did this when I showed you this when I did my So Citrus cards, but I'm just going to show you again. So we want to take and kind of have an idea. Take our embossing folder and we'd kind of put it, let's put our piece of cardstock down. And so we'd kind of want it there. Bring in our stamp set. And this stamp set and dies with the hybrid embossing folder is a little It's time consuming, but it's well worth it. So I'm just going to put this on, line it up the same way as my embossing folder in my Stamparatus. Kind of hold that down and pull that off. Okay, now I'm going to take my embossing folder out. So this is kind of lined up. Now I'm going to have to pull my card base down. A little bit more. Here we go. Okay. Get that out of the way. And so with this, what I did for the lemon is I brought in my crushed curry. I just wanted it a little bit darker. Yes, my magnet is broken. They just kind of clicked together. They hit each other and snapped. So I do have replacements. I just haven't pulled them out because these work fine. So anyway, I brought in crushed curry, so it makes it a little darker. And this is the outlines that I've put on here, and I'm going to stamp that. Then, see, it didn't come out so well there. So I can go back. Nice thing about the Stamparatus. And there we have it. So everything looks good. I'm going to clean this off. Put away my crushed curry. And then I'm going to bring in my Daffodil Delight that I don't have because I was a So Saffron girl. So I'm bringing in my So Saffron. And I'm going to bring in the centers of the So Refreshing bundle or stamps. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to line this up in here where I want them. Okay. Put that down. And ink it up. I haven't brought myself to getting some Daffodil Delight. I do have the Stampin' Write markers or the blends, but I don't have the ink pad. Okay. And so I'm just going to use my lemon. And I didn't get it quite. There we go. So clean that off. And all right. So now the reason I lined it up using the embossing folder was, let me put this aside, was to, because now I'm going to need to put this in with, and this is the thing with a hybrid embossing folder, right? We get to put the dies in as well. So if all you wanted was just the impression, have at her. But if you want to cut it out, let's put these on here, and you'll notice when they won't move once you have them in the right spot. Little tricky lining it up, but I'm just going to hold it in place and move my paper until it's where I want it. And I have it, and there we go. a little off, but you can still move it. There we go. Perfect. So there we have it. And now I would run this through. Well, I might as well do it. Everything's right here. I've already gone ahead and done this, but now that it's all the hard parts done and it's all lined up, I'm going to put this down and let's run it through. And then I've got some more to make another card. And there we have our pieces for our card. So I'll put this away because that's it for our sweet citrus right now. I think I'll use one of the sentiments, but let's just do that for now. Okay, so bringing this back in, like I said, the Share Milkshake bundle, I've got, yes, oh, you're welcome, Denise, yes. Oops, I don't want these pieces falling out. I guess I could just have I want it in there. If it falls out, well, all right. What can you do? So I'm going to go ahead and try to put my adhesive on. So this is like I said, Share Milkshake die. And it's pulling it out. Probably easier to use liquid glue. I did this the first time and got away with it. Doesn't look like I'm going to get away with it again. No. So we're going to miss a couple of pieces. Anyway, I'm going to finish off with my liquid glue. If I can get it working. There we go. And this piece wants to come out again. All right, I'm just going to leave it. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if this works. And I'm going to place it a little further down this time. And I'm just going to hold it here for a minute and see if it dries. This is just new. I didn't do this the last time. Da, 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 da. Yay! It worked. See, now it looks like kind of like a pillowy blanket or tablecloth, I guess. So I am missing a couple of squares, which isn't a big deal. But see, now if I had the dies, they have a tablecloth in there, but just in case you don't, this is an alternative, shall we say. Okay. So enough of that. Now what I'm going to do is take my pieces that I've already put, and I'm going to just adhere them. One thing I didn't do, okay. So I'm going to put this down, my picture. Oh, you know what I didn't do? What I wanted to do was, I'll show you on the next bit. This one I put ice cubes in on the original card. I'll do that on the second one. I just decided not to on this one. But you can stamp a couple of lemons. So let's bring the stamp set back in and put a couple of lemons inside. So there's a little lemon. And I'm just going to do it in my So Saffron. Here we go. You have to have your lemons in your lemonade. Okay. Now we've got our cups. I'm going to glue this one right down and then pop up the second one. So I want to see a little bit of my mat or my blanket. And what did I do with these? Bring in my glue or my dimensionals. And can you see with this mat in behind you? I can remove it. Okay. Now what I'd like to do is just take some of these from the So Citrus and place them on here. So this one I'm going to put there. This one I am going to pop up. Okay. Now I'm going to save. I'm not going to use the lemon, the whole lemon, but I will use this for the inside. And now what I did was, and I didn't show you, was there's also a couple of smaller lemons in the So Refreshing stamp set. And I've fussy cut them out. It's the two-step stamping again. And I'm going to put, I want them down here, but I need to cover up these where I've lost my couple of. So I'm going to move them up. It'll look a little odd, but that's okay. It's just sitting in a different spot on the tablecloth. I'm going to add those there. All right. Now, what I didn't do for this one that I should have, let's bring in a scrap piece. And there's some flowers on here. And I just want the flowers without the stem. So I fussy cut those. So now I'm just going to stamp those because I don't want black. I don't want them popping out right at me when I've got the gray. Actually, I did on the other ones, but do I have any other black? Yeah, I do, so it's okay. So I just stamp that, and I'll do two of them. And then we're going to bring in the coloring, and we'll color it in petal pink, I think. Actually, you know what? This time I'm going to use Flirty Flamingo. On the first card I did the petal pink, but I'm going to use the Flirty Flamingo. Flirty flamingo. We'll see how that works. And just eyeball it. Woo, that might be my stamp off. And I like that better. So I'm going to cut this one out. So stamp off, and it's just a little bit darker than the petal pink. So what I did was just the pieces that are joined, I fussy cut. Sorry, bear with me here. Okay. So I thought I had it all done. But obviously, I don't. All right, almost there. Okay. Good. Hang on to that. And I am going to get that piece out. And I'm going to put that right down here. So it stands out a little bit more than, if you notice, this one was done in petal pink. This is petal pink underneath. So it just kind of blends in. Let's put that there. We'll put it up with our dimensionals. And then we are almost finished this card. Put that there. Take my other lemons, and I'm going to put them down here. And all right, I should have now I've already gone ahead, and what I did was I brought in the Flirty Flamingo again, because this is the other color that's in here, just a lighter, well, no, it's not, but it goes well with it. So I've stamped the Enjoy the Sweeter Things in Life from the Sweet Citrus. This one I used Thank You Very Kindly, and I fussy cut around this so that it just didn't take over everything. But this one is smaller, and I think I'm just going to put that here. So I did the heat embossing with the white lettering, and I think that'll work quite nicely, but I'm not going to pop it up. Or am I? Yes, I am. Gotta pop it up. I'm going to use my little guys. Okay. Oops. And then all we have to do is put some embellishments on. So let's bring in our embellishments. And I've gone for the rhinestones again. Oh, I'm not a fan of fussy cutting. I like my die cuts. My die, yes. Okay, and then I've gone with the Flirty Flamingo. And I just need to find my Flirty Flamingo. There it is. Is this the dark? Yep. still pretty light, but I'm going to color in a couple of my rhinestones and put them on. Doesn't want to stick to my... There we go. Where to put it? Right there, I think. So there we go. There's our first card. Nope, hold on. One moment, please. Un momento, por favor. Okay. Inside, we have saved this. You can use this one as well if you want, but I'm going to just put Daddy's home. Okay. Put this in here. You can put it like so. And there we have it. So there's our first card. I don't know if you can see it with all the bright lights, but there we go. A little closer. And so card number 1. You haven't mastered doing that with, yes, with a take your pick tool. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. I don't think there's a science to it. It's luck. So, okay, let's clean up our area here. And now card number 2. Thanks, Margaret Ann. Okay. Oh, thank you, Kim. Okay, so card number 2. I'm using something that has retired, but hopefully everybody has still. So that is the split textured die. And so I have pulled that in and I've cut it. I wanted it to look like a trellis with flowers climbing up the trellis. So this is the second card that we're going to do. So I have forgotten my card base for this one. So let me just grab some smoky slate. Bring in my paper trimmer. We're going to cut this down to 5.5. Score it at 4 1/4. And we've got our card base. Burnish it. Okay. So then I've taken a piece. Yes, I love that die too. That's what I made my daughter's wedding invitations out of. Oh man, Blackberry Bliss, seeing as that was her color. So I've taken a piece of just your basic white and I've run it through the exposed brick because, you know, climbing vines on exposed brick and trellises. So exposed brick, 3D embossing folder, and 5 1/4 by 4. And I'm just going to bring in my blending brush and my thumb thingy, finger thingy. What do you call it? Oh my gosh. I'm in trouble. My dauber. Thank you. My dauber. Anyway, a little bit. I just want to bring in some pink so the white isn't so white. Okay. Dum-da-da-dum. Don't need too much. Such a pretty color, this bubble bath. So this is bubble bath, right? So I went ahead and cut this. This is for same size. So it's 4 by 5 1/4. And then I ran it through with split textured embossing folder. And what we're going to do is we're just going to, I still have some of these. We're just going to cut along the edge. And you know how that, pardon me, worked out? It was too much pink, I think. But what I did was I stamped on this part first, my sentiment, and it didn't work out. So I didn't want to waste it, and I cut it, and I kind of liked it better. So I liked it better. So I just cut along there. And then we're going to glue that on. We'll save this little piece because we can use it for something. Some scrap. So I'm just going to poke out the rest of these that didn't come out. Here we go. Okay. And then I'm going to just take my liquid glue and put it very lightly all around the outside. And I left enough room here. There we go. And I just put a little bit on these just to hold it down. So I'm going to line this up right to the edge. And there we go. We've got that. It'll take a few minutes to dry. And then we're going to center that on there. Okay. So then, now this is where the Dainty Delights comes in. I love the flowers in the Dainty Delights. We could be in trouble. The dogs are loose. I asked the kids if the dogs were barking, please just come down and sit with them, right? I think they let them out. My husband came home, and if they're out, we just reseeded the backyard, and so they're not all allowed out at the same time. Trying to save the grass. Actually, we planted clover. The grass is dead. So anyway, okay, let's bring in, I lost my train of thought here. Bring in a piece of your basic white. Let's grab our Dainty Delights. You could use any flower you want, but I liked that. So we're going to, oops, I've already got it on a block. I'm going to use my memento, please. Okay. And we are going to ink it up. There we go. So then what I've done, you want to just color it in. I've used the bubble bath, and it does come with the die cut. So, so you don't have to watch me color. I can do that later. and I've die cut it out. So I want to put that right here. I'm wondering if this is just too bright. Okay. So I'm going to lay that flat. So I'll use my stamp and seal. And adhere that right there. So now we're going to bring in, and I've already gone ahead and, well, I've done that. So let's bring in our cups. Let's bring in our jug. And we're going to stamp in Bubble Bath the inside, and then I'll show you the ice cubes. So, Bubble Bath. My head's not right over, otherwise you'd see my hair, so I don't know if I've got it lined up directly, but good enough. Looks good. It worked. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take because this ink is still wet. Remember that. So if you have an embossing buddy, if you don't, just wait until this ink dries. Otherwise, what I'm going to do is I'm going to emboss the ice cubes on. And that ink is still wet. So use your embossing buddy and it will put the powder on so that you don't, so that the powder doesn't stick to it, just our ice cubes that we're going to do. So does not want to stick to my thing. So depending on where you want your ice cubes, I'm just going to do a couple. I know they don't float, they sink to the bottom, but okay. So I've done 4 ice cubes, and then I'm going to take it and I'm going to and then I'm going to dry it, right? You can't see that, but maybe I'll put that aside for now and do it. There we go. So you can see how it's come out. And you can do the same in the glasses if you want. I did on the other card, but not for this. So then I'm going to take this and just adhere it and put my glasses down. So I'm going to pop everything up with dimensionals. And I'll move this out of the way so you can see better. It doesn't... All right. Just clean off some of this. Okay. I'm going to put that here. I don't know if, oh yeah, it'll work. We'll use a big and a small right here. And the last one. And then what we have is a couple of, there's stamp sets, and I've gone ahead and already done it because I have to die cut, or not die cut, but I had to fussy cut. So it's got some little mint leaves, and I am going to put them on my glasses. You could put some in your, I don't know how that would look, but no, I have to use my liquid glue. Even my mini dimensionals are too small for this. And it just adds a little more color, so everything's not so pink. Give that a few seconds to dry. Now we just need our sentiment. I like the with the ice cubes. It actually looks kind of cool. So I've used my He's the Man, or He's All That die. And on this one, I did Happiest of Birthdays. So, you know, sending you a big squeeze would work, but I think it would look better on this card. So I'm just going to stick with Happiest Birthday. And that's in my So Refreshing, because I can always use birthday cards. Nope, wrong sentiment. Here it is. And I'm going to do it in the pink. And I'm using my dauber, my finger thingy. So sorry about that. Just brain wasn't working. So I've done it on an angle, and then I'm going to take my dauber, and I just want a little color because I'm going to put it on the white. So I don't really want the white on white. I want a little more color. And I'm going to pop that up. Put a couple of dimensionals on there. And then we put our bling on. Is that straight? Can't tell from back here. Okay. And I could went ahead and I've got those flowers, but I think they don't really match the Dainty Delights. They're very dainty. So put some rhinestones on. I tried coloring these in pink. I don't know that you can notice them. So I'm just going to go ahead and do just the rhinestones as is. And put one up there. So you could go ahead, and I think on this one, all I did was I put a cup. I think I'm going to, I've got a stray, what do you call it? Rhinestone. Anyway, I'm going to it's just not coming to me. My brain's not working. I'm going to stamp another glass in there, I think, and maybe put stamp a couple of mint leaves as well. So anyway, there's our second card. So let me know what you think. So those are the 2 ideas for today. And a little closer view. And there we go. So lots of work, but I think it's worth it. And I think the So Citrus goes really well with this So Refreshing. So, or Sweet Citrus and So Refreshing. Did I say that? Yeah. I'm having a hard time talking today. Brain's not kicking in. Okay. So I'm going to switch these cameras around. And there we go. Now I had to put that up in the corner so that I have my microphone. So that's it. Thank you, Denise. Thank you. Yes, I really like the ones with the, well, I like them both, but I like the bubble bath. So the one with the pink and the, I think I like, I like. So anyway, like I said, my friend Sharon is going to loan me her dies. So I will do a couple more cards for Thursday using the So Refreshing. And, not sure, but I really like the Dainty Delights. So might have to use those again. So anyway, until then, you guys have a wonderful couple of days and get stamping. Show me, share some of your projects. If you can't share, and I don't know why, but on my page, or on my page. I gotta give up. Anyway, if you can't share, send them to me because I'd love to see your projects and and I'll share them with everybody that views my page. So anyway, yeah, and give me some ideas. And anyway, so happy day, everybody. I just got to sit and laugh at myself. So I'm going to sign off, and I will see you on Thursday at 4 o'clock. So bye for now.